Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Athens, Greece. Today is February the 3rd, and welcome to our daily preview of the upcoming NBA games. Today we have 9 games to examine and to bet, and before we start, let's have a quick look of our yesterday's bet. Yesterday was a neutral day as well. We won the main bet that Los Angeles won their game versus Brooklyn Nets, but we failed to win the two risky bets in Indiana Pacers and Miami. Therefore, we just won some money back. We took some money back. We bet €80 and we won at last €4. That means nothing. And as I always says, the main thing is that we are still green, still positive at plus €162 since we started, as we can see in the graph. The last 5 days we are exactly at the same place. Today with 9 games and after a lot of study, I think that we can make big wins. Let's cross our fingers for that, and let's see our today's games. 9 games: Chicago at Los Angeles Clippers, Miami Heat at Detroit Pistons, Philadelphia 76ers at Indiana Pacers, Washington Wizards at Orlando Magic, Houston Rockets at Cleveland Cavaliers, New Orleans Pelicans at Minnesota Timberwolves, Utah Jazz at San Antonio Spurs, Golden State at Denver, and Dallas Mavericks at Sacramento Kings. Let's examine them one by one. First game: Chicago Bulls at Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles Clippers without Blake Griffin, and also rumors about some other trades. Our first main bet of the day that they will score less than 114.5 points. This is their highest limit, as we can see here, and it has a lot of possibilities to happen. As for the others, there's nothing for now. Maybe that the total score it will be a bit lower, a bit higher, in order to bet it. This game starts at 10:30 Greek time, 9:30 Central European time, and at noon 15:30 in the United States. So let's we have a very easy live betting here and in Europe as well. So stay tuned at Twitter. Maybe during the game I will make some new suggestions. Next game is Miami Heat at Detroit Pistons, and I think that Miami Heat they finally will achieve to win a game. The last 2 games against Cleveland and yesterday as well, we failed to. They lost for 2 points, 2 or 3 points in each game, but I think that today they may win the game. As for the lines, they're nothing for now. They're almost in the middle. So let's have just the risky bet that they will win the game. This game starts for Europe after midnight at 1900, in the United States. Next game it's Philadelphia 76ers and Indiana Pacers, and that's our second risky bet that Philadelphia will win the game. They played pretty good yesterday. Indiana Pacers, they were far behind at the score, but they managed to fight it at the end. But I think that Philadelphia will achieve to win this game. As for the lines, there's nothing for now, only during live betting. Next game is Washington Wizards at Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic is out of playoffs. There are very little chances to continue at the postseason, while Washington Wizards, they are fighting for their place in the playoffs, and they are playing without Wall. Although I think that they are better team, and I don't suggest anything for this game, only during live betting. But as we can see, the lines are almost in the middle. Next game is Houston Rockets at Cleveland Cavaliers. A very good match. Cleveland Cavaliers without Kevin Love. He's injured. He will be out for 1 month and a half, probably two, 6 to 8 weeks, they say. But I think that it's a game that Cleveland will win it. They are the underdog, but they have the potential to win the game. There's an obvious mistake here. It's not 122.5, it's 112. Sorry about that. It's 112. And also we see here that the Houston Rockets and the total score are at the highest limits. So in other ways we could bet under here. But as it is a game between two very good teams, very strong teams, very scoring teams, I prefer not to risk it and bet something here. So we leave it. And we just keep the Cleveland Cavaliers to win the game. Next game is New Orleans Pelicans at Minnesota Timberwolves, and this is our second main bet of the day, that Minnesota Timberwolves will score less than 114.5 points. It is 1 point more than the highest limit of Minnesota Timberwolves, and it has good chances to happen. Also, New Orleans, they won yesterday. Maybe they are a bit tired. That doesn't matter. We care only about the points of Minnesota Timberwolves. Next game is Utah Jazz and San Antonio Spurs, and that's our third main bet of the day, that Utah Jazz will score more than 95.5 points. We are 1 point less than the lowest limit of Utah Jazz. I think that they can make these points, and also there is an extra time alert that gives us maybe, if it happens, an extra 5 minutes in order to have this happen. Also, the total score is very close to the lowest limit, so during live betting we can have something here as well. And also the risky bet that Utah Jazz will win. As I said several times about San Antonio Spurs, I think that Utah Jazz may win the game. Their numbers are very close. There's the extra time alert. San Antonio Spurs is a team based in a bit elder guys. I think that Utah Jazz is a risky but worthy bet. Next game is Golden State Warriors at Denver Nuggets, and here we have another main bet that the total score will be under 229.5 points. It's 1 point more than the highest limit of the game, and I think that it has potential to happen. Golden State, they played yesterday. I think that it may happen as well. As we can see here as well, we could have the Denver Nuggets under 113, but I think that it's more safe to bet on the total score than the score of one team. Last game of the night is Dallas Mavericks and Sacramento Kings, two teams that they don't fight for anything at this period. They are out of the postseason. The chances are that they will not continue, although there is an extra time alert. You keep that in mind in order to place your bets if you play live betting, because now only Sacramento Kings is a bit close to the lowest limit, and that's all, nothing else. Well, enough bets for today. Let's have a quick review. Our main bets: Los Angeles Clippers under 114.5, 20 euros here. Minnesota Timberwolves under 114.5, again 20 euros here. And Utah Jazz over 95.5, 30 euros here. And at last, Golden State Warriors at Denver Nuggets. The total score will be under 229.5, 20 euros here. We placed all these bets as single bets. My opinion is If the first bet, Los Angeles Clippers under 114, is good, then we can place our money back to Utah Jazz. These are the two good bets. As for the risky bets, 4 wins: Philadelphia 76ers, Miami, Cleveland, and Utah Jazz. All of them we place bets at 10 euros, and then we play doubles, that's 6 doubles of 5 euros each, 4 triples of 5 euros each, and a parlay of 5 euros. So our total bets will be 135 euros. So we place bets that is our winning so far plus 20 euros, and we hope tomorrow we will be much higher. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Good luck at whatever you choose to play. Feel free to comment. If you like it, of course, if you win, please subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is a game with all the games starting very early. That's good for Europe. See you tomorrow. Bye.